I, Arpita, a PhD scholar from English department, is here in front of you all to discuss a topic defining the research problem. But before delving into the topic, I would like to discuss what is research. So, do you think finding any new thing is a research? Yes or no? Finding new thing. Yeah, finding new thing is discovery, but according to me, and maybe you will all guess or you will all agree that research is finding something that is already there, but you are finding it and bringing into the notice. Now, these are some styles through which I try to explain what research is. If I try to bring into your notice simple and crisp term, then research is asking better questions to find better answers. And being a literature student, how can I forget to present research as a poetic style? Research is the candle that lights the cavern of ignorance, each spark illuminating the vast landscapes of what we have yet to know. So in simple terms, it is bridging the gap between what is there and what is yet to be known is what it is, research. If I said it in academic style, then research is a structural investigation undertaken to discover new information or reach a new understanding by observing, questioning, analyzing and interpreting evidence. What are the objectives of this PPT? We will explore that what is the importance of research and what is the need for defining a research problem, and how a research problem is systematically framed, and how literature review, this is a very important term in research, as you all know, literature review, and what are the steps and techniques that have been involved. I will explain it through a practical example, and how it becomes a base for a foundational research. So why do we do research? Any guesses? We are research scholars. Yes, and? Sorry? To fill up the gaps. Okay. So why do we do research? We do research to discover new facts and verify old ones. And do you agree that research is fundamental to human progress? Yes, it is. So we also analyze relationships among variables, find solutions to existing problems, and through this we predict our future outcomes. Our research is baseless until and unless we don't contribute it to any academic and societal relevance. So what is a research problem? What's your name? Sorry? Sachin. Sachin has said that we find gaps in research. So what is research? The term has been constantly in use that we have to find the gap in research. What is that gap? That gap is a research problem. A research problem is a clear, concise statement of an issue to be addressed. It highlights a gap, the term has already come here, highlights a gap in existing knowledge, and it also guides you and focuses on the research process, and it defines the objectives of the study. The clear research problem is clear. It is a concise statement of an issue to be addressed. So selecting a problem. Do you know that in research the first and foremost step is selection of the problem? Yes? Okay. But the research problem should be in researcher's interest and expertise. Then only he can do research in an accurate manner. Feasibility, the data, there should be availability of data through which it is practically feasible, and time and it should be completed in time and with the given resources and skills. And the importance that we have already discussed, that it is baseless until unless it do not contribute to our society and academia. And the scope of the problem is neither too broad nor too narrow. Next is, what is the necessity of defining the problem? Once the selection process has been done, the second step is the necessity of defining the problem. Why do we define the research problem? Why do we define the research problem? We define it because it sharpens the research focus and progress, and likewise it helps in setting the objectives and hypothesis, which automatically designed how we gonna proceed through research methodology. It obviously saves our time, effort, and resources, and defining the problem will become the base of our research. Next is techniques involved in defining a problem. What are the techniques involved in defining a problem? First, we have to select a broad subject area, and then we have to bifurcate it into smaller sub-problems. First, we identify a broad subject area, then we conduct a thorough literature review. What is literature review? Literature review is what has already been done, the existing literature. And if you are finding any problem in finding the research problem, then you can also add on your personal experiences, and also can also take professional experiences. You can also consult with your peers and experts. Okay. Once you have selected the broad area and discussed with your peers and professionals, then you will break down the problem into sub problems, and then frame a specific research questions, and which include the operational terms clearly, and it will also generate or set the conceptual and analytic boundaries. Next is, I have taken an illustration to define what a research problem is. The broad topic which I have chosen is migration in India, and the observation that I have made is reverse migration during COVID-19. Okay, so what will be my research problem? My research problem will be, what socio-economic challenges did migrant workers face during COVID-19, and how can policies better address them in future crises? So you can get an idea how a research problem is framed. The broad topic have been chosen by me, and then the observation have been made, and accordingly I have framed a research problem, and then I put research questions like what triggered migration decisions and how effective was the government intervention. Is it clear? Next is importance of linking to literature. In the first slide, I have mentioned that literature review is very, very important. Why is it important? It is important because if we know what has already been done, then it helps in validation of the relevance of the problem. And then it identifies the gap in existing literature. And what the gap is? The gap is research problem itself. And it will build a theoretical foundation. Theoretical foundation is necessary because it will give direction to your research, where you have to go in a research. And it avoids duplication, because if you have already read what has been already written in your subject matter, then it will avoid duplication, and it will strengthen your research questions and designs. Conclusion: what I have discussed so far is what is research, what is a research problem, and how selection of the research problem is the first and foremost step in research, and how it provides clarity, focus, and direction, and how it gives the meaningful contribution to knowledge, and the linking with the literature also strengthens the research framework. These are the references that I have taken. Thank you. Any questions? My area of search is very limited.